everybody, welcome back to the Utini Update, your weekly look at all Star Wars news and Star Wars community news. My name is Eric, and today we have a bunch to get into. We got our first official look at Skeleton Crew, a new season of Star Wars Hunters is on the way, the creator embargo is up for Star Wars Outlaws, and we're looking ahead at D23. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and let's just jump into it. Last week, we looked ahead at Star Wars publishing news with Reign of the Empire, Mask of Fear, and it looks like a lot of you are very excited just as we are, but this week, we're going into the realm of Star Wars TV because finally we got a look at Skeleton Crew. After months of LEGO leaks and trying to find things out through banners put up at a Hobby Lobby, we finally got a full feature in People magazine. In this article, People talked with Jude Law, who will officially be playing Jode Nanawood, about the feel of the show, and he said, in a word, it's joyful. Law said that he had a ton of fun working with the creators and the kids on the show, and said that there are going to be a bunch of Easter eggs from Jump for hardcore fans, but it'll also be very accessible for people who aren't as familiar with the saga. Now, joining Law is a group of kids that were featured in the article as well. We had Ravi Kabak-Converse, who will be playing Wim, Kiriana Crowder playing KP, Robert Tiffany Smith as Neil, and Ryan Kira Armstrong as Fern. Now, these kids will be joining Law, solving the mysteries of the Skeleton Crew, and we heard it's gonna feel a little bit like old Amblin movies from the 80s. Think Goonies, things like that. Series creators John Watts and Christopher Ford also said that Law acted as kind of like a mentor on set, where in addition to his starring duties, he was almost a co-director, co-producer, co-acting coach for all the kids. So basically, Jude Law is really that nice guy we all saw on The Holiday, and he really just loves working with these younger actors. The last thing we found out in this article was the new droid, SM33, or Smee, who will be voiced by Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Smee will apparently be the first mate of a mysterious ship. Could it be the Onyx Cinder from the LEGO set? That's where my money's going. Make sure to go check the link in the description for the full article about Skeleton Crew, and look forward to its premiere December 3rd when it's coming to Disney+. Now, in Star Wars gaming news, we got a new season announcement for Star Wars Hunters, the magnificently successful mobile game. Season 2 will be called Empire Resurgent, and will feature a new map for Vader's Castle, will feature Chaos, a new KX droid who will be a new hunter, and a new pass, events, all kinds of things like that. Now, let me know in the comments, have you been playing Hunters? Our Utini team is still obsessed with the game, and it looks like it's growing players by the day. Season 2 went live on August 1st, so make sure to download the latest update if you haven't already and jump into the action. Now, on the other side of Star Wars gaming news, the creator embargo is up for Star Wars Outlaws. You may remember we mentioned that a few creators got to go out to California to play a little bit of Star Wars Outlaws with Ubisoft, like Star Wars Explained, Cal Katarn, and all kinds of folks. Now, all those videos are now live, with people showing the first 4 hours of gameplay that they got with the upcoming release. Now, if you have Star Wars gaming on your YouTube page at all, I'm sure you've seen tons of these. Some of my personal favorites are, of course, Alex and Molly's coverage on Star Wars Explained, and a creator named Bombastic, who had a really good insight on what the first 4 hours the game will bring. In addition to gameplay elements that we've already seen, we also got to see interviews with actors, interviews with designers, and all kinds of behind-the-scenes look at the game through all these creators' videos. We'll link a bunch of them in the description down below, but let me know in the comments, what are you most excited for based on this new footage, or are you just going completely blind until the game releases on August 30th? And finally, we need to look forward to the end of this week because D23 is back. If you don't know, D23 is the annual Disney Entertainment Expo where they talk about some Disney legends of the past, as well as give us some insight into the future of the various Disney franchises. And naturally, this means we're going to get a little bit of Star Wars news. The Disney Entertainment Showcase is coming on August 9th, so we can assume maybe we'll get some looks at the future shows. We probably won't get any movie announcements, but hey, we can hope, right? And on August 10th, the newest round of Disney Legends will be honored, including some familiar faces, Harrison Ford, John Williams, and Frank Oz. These three guys were instrumental in every facet of Star Wars, so it's amazing that they're getting this honor from Disney itself. And the last thing we want to keep an eye on at D23 is a panel about the Acolyte. Manny Jacinto, who played Kimir in The Stranger, will be showing up and talking about the show. But in the press release, they talk about the first season of the show, not the series. So does this mean that a second season is basically being confirmed? Well, we'll keep our eyes open, and you bet if they announce it, we'll let you know here next week. But that's all we got for this week. Finally, we got some confirmation about Skeleton Crew. We got more info about Outlaws and more. So make sure to stay tuned here. We'll be back next week with all the new stuff in Star Wars. And until then, may the Force be with you.